Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you.
Hey, this is Iris Bolling, and you are joining the Brown Book Series with Shay Baby. Let's do it.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shay Baby from the Brown Book Series, and of course we're back. Girl, listen y'all, we got a biggie today, y'all. We got a biggie today. I had to look high and low. I had to call one of the OGs to find a girl. I had to, honey. Okay, I don't even know. Award-winning author, producer, director, just boss lady, Miss Iris Bolling, y'all.
Hey, how's everybody doing out there?
Oh my God, Iris, how are you?
I am doing great. I'm happy to be here with you, Shay, finally.
Girl.
I was beginning to feel a little, you know. Why she don't want to talk to me? What I do to her, But okay, I'm here now.
Yes, I was looking for you. Now, okay, let me just be honest, okay?
Okay.
When I was like, okay, I want to talk to Iris, I don't know, I was so nervous.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not a nervous kind of girl. Girl, let me just be honest, honey. I called Miss Bev up. Beverly Jenkins, and I was like, Miss Bev. I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to Iris, and of course she was like, wonderful. And I'm like, how is she? Because I anything come out my mouth, and I was like, I was just so I didn't know how to. I was like, do I need to change my format? I mean, because I don't know. Iris, I'm just being honest, girl. I didn't know.
Listen, look at me as the girl around the corner. Around the corner.
Okay,
that's me. Okay. So you could, whichever way you want to come there. If you want me to get a little sophisticated and do that, I can go there with you if that's the way that you prefer to have it. However, you don't appear to be that kind of person to me. We're gonna sit back and we're gonna put our feet up.
Yes, girl.
Just gonna go from here.
I absolutely love it. It's
you
your dog.
Hear that dog?
Yes. Yes.
As soon as we get started, she was nice and quiet and everything. As soon as we get started, it happens every time. But okay.
What's her name?
Her name is Roxy. I'm not gonna say it too loud because if I say it too loud, she'll come upstairs and try to figure out what you want.
Okay, that's how Scooby is. Yeah, I got chocolate love. That's my baby. That's my baby. Absolutely love him.
Listen, I love my Roxy too. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. But listen, let's just talk. What you want to talk about? We can talk about anything.
Girl.
What you want to talk about?
You my kind of girl, honey.
Talk about anything. What you want? Hit me. Come on.
Okay, first of all, let me get all in your business, right? Let me get all in your business, girl.
Okay.
So I see that you live in Richmond, Virginia.
I do.
Are you from Virginia?
I am. I'm from Richmond. I lived in Jersey, New York kind of area for a little while, and then I came on back. This is home, girl. This is, I don't care how many places you go, how many places you live, there's a place that is called home.
Yes.
This is home.
Yes, that's how I am with Georgia. Atlanta is just home. So let me find out you're a DMV girl. So you a go-go Chuck Brown kind of girl?
Girl, that go-go music, girl, it gets you moved. Yes. Listen, let me just say, yes, I'm a go-go kind of girl. Yes.
I absolutely love it, girl. Yes, honey, because Chuck Brown used to have me going. Like,
yes.
Love
as soon as you hear the beat, as soon as you hear the first beat, you know where it's going and you up on your feet. Nothing else you can do because your body just automatically start moving to the rhythm.
Yes.
Go-go music. I really believe that go-go music is like that root kind of music. It's deep inside your soul. It hits you as soon as you hear it. It hits in here.
Yes.
And it just puts you in that, okay, what's going on? That kind of music it gets you in that beat.
Right. No matter what mood you're in.
No matter what. No matter what.
Girl, it's kind of like gospel, honey. Because I, girl, when I hit, I'm like, woo, something down in my shanda. Make me.
It gets you moving.
I absolutely love it. Okay, so you're in Virginia now. Okay, Iris.
Yes.
What you're just a boss, so you're doing everything. What made you decide to be a writer, though?
Can we be honest and blunt here?
Totally.
Girl, they pissed me off at work. They pissed me off at work because I'm gonna tell you what happened. Be straight up.
Okay.
Pissed me off at work. They I was doing this job for 18 months. 18 months doing this job, managing this center. I'm not gonna say where.
Okay.
Right. And I was doing it temporarily.
Right.
Acting. I was in an acting position. They hired someone over me, someone in the fairer skin tone, and someone in the male persuasion. And then they wanted me to train them.
Girl, that was it.
Girl, I called my boss. I said, hey, they told me about 10:30, about 11 o'clock after things had settled down. And I said, you know what? I called my boss and said, you better go ahead and get them over here because I was going to be leaving and I don't know when I'm coming back.
Oh,
yeah, and I went home. I came home and I really had every intention of quitting. But at that part, I'm like 22, 23 years in.
Right.
Right. And I'm like, I got 7 more years before I can retire, you know. So I sit down about 2 days at home, girl, I was bored. I was bored. I said, okay, wait a minute, I got to do something. So my son, at the time he was in college, he said, okay, Mama, now you getting on my nerve. Go sit down, go do something. Because you always talking about writing. And sure enough, I went in my office and I sat down. And by the time I looked up, I had written 800 pages.
Girl.
Story. At the time, we had a president that I didn't necessarily like, and that was getting on my nerve on the news, just like it gets on my nerve now.
Yeah. So
I sit down and I wrote my kind of president. You know, the way that I wanted my president to be, and I wanted my president to act. And by the time I finished, it was 800 pages, and that turned out to be my first 2 books.
Wow. Now, you went the traditional route as far as publishing, correct? Or you did not?
I have never been traditionally published.
Really?
Look at that expression on your face.
Well, girl, you know, because you don't look like a traditional kind of girl, but you know, I ain't want to just assume. You know what I'm saying?
No, I have been self-published from book 1 all the way through. I have never been traditionally published.
I did not know that.
I've been doing this thing on my own. Girl, how you think I became the boss?
I'm gonna be like you. When I grow up, I'm about to change my name to Bolling. Let me just tell my husband, I don't know. They can just listen. Oh my God.
I did. I have been I'm on what, 32, 33 now books. They're all self-published.
So how hard did you find it? Any difficulty with that? It was any time throughout this journey you was like, you know what? Forget this. Let me just call up these old traditional publishing companies, honey, and just tell them what.
You know what? No. Okay. First of all, here's why. I did go to a publisher, and the very first book, when I first wrote the first book, and there's a couple of things that happened that just
rubbed you the wrong way.
It wasn't what I wanted for my characters in my book.
Okay.
And the first thing is, you know, as Black women, we don't do it. I don't do it now, but you know, we bumped our hair. We would take hot curlers and we would just bump our hair. Yeah. When he said people wouldn't be able to understand that, so I needed to change just that little phrase to hot curl. So that don't really work for a sister's hair, you know.
Yeah.
Bump.
Hair.
So that was number one. Then the second thing that happened was when he sent me the cover for Once You Touch the Heart, It was a Caucasian couple on a beach with palm trees. There ain't nothing in my book about Caucasians. Number one, don't have nothing against them. It's just that this story was not about them.
Girl, they trying to 5-heartbeat you.
Girl. And I was like, I can't do this. So I I stopped. This book was done. At the time I didn't know I was going to turn it into 2 books, but 800 pages of this book was done. I went and my son said, I need somebody that can design a book cover. He said, my friend's mom can draw a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Contacted her. Her name was Judith Wansley. Contacted her. I said, hey, I need a book cover done. She said, well, I don't know anything about doing book covers. She is a traditional classical on canvas artist. Okay. And I'm like, boy, you said your mama could draw a little bit. That's not drawing. That's an artist. She's a real artist, right? So she said, but hey, you try it, I'll try it. Cool. And that's how we started. And then I, hired editor to go through my book. I'm much better with the editing process now than what I was back then. Right. And then I took a class. In publishing on how to publish. And of course, they do teach you going through the traditional way of getting your book published. But I kind of went with the self-publishing way. And at that time, self-pub was a dirty word in the literary world. It was like, oh, you're not good enough to get really published by, traditionally. And it was a dirty word. Now it's the way to go, But the way that I looked at self-publishing, it was a way to control your product. It was a way to control your work that you put out there. No one can come in and tell me that I have to put a Caucasian couple on the front of my book in order for it to sell, or tell me I have to change the wording of what's in my story because people won't understand what something as natural as bumping your hair would mean. So once I learned how to do it myself, I just kept taking classes. I kept learning. I would talk with people like Beverly Jenkins. I would talk with Gwyneth Bolton. I would talk with anyone that was out there that already knew the business, even though they knew it from the other side, but they knew the business of writing. Right. They knew the business of writing. And as long as you can tell a good story, the rest of it, the business side of it, that is something that can be learned. It is something that you can teach yourself to do. And I decided that I wanted to be in control of my future, because with publishing companies, and nothing against them, if one of them contacted me right now and say, hey, Iris, we want to give you an advancement to do such and such and such, I might consider it. Okay. I might consider it. Right. It's nothing against them. It's just that I like the idea of creating my stories and then being the one to design how it's going to be presented to the public or to my readers. So I like doing that, and I'm not sure, if I'm willing to give up that control, for someone else to be able to tell me what my book will look like by the time it gets to you.
See, I think you look at me. I think you're doing good. You're doing great, actually. Great. That's crazy. I did not know that. But I should have known that though, because just me researching you and talking to Miss Bev, because I'm telling you, I was like, look,
Bev is nothing but the truth.
Yeah, she's nothing but the truth. She literally she's like, girl, please, you're good, I promise. Because let me tell you, I said, she got like the book of Joshua, the book of Matthew, and she says the fire, Holy Ghost filled with the fire burn. You know what I'm saying? Can I play one? And Miss Bell was like, I promise you, you're good. She our kind of girl. Yeah. I was like, okay, so I felt better. I was like, okay, Sheree, I don't need
Wait a minute now I need Sharita, because I'm just telling you right now, girl is keeping me straight. You know what I'm saying? Because it got so many things going on.
I love her. I was like,
straight.
She is awesome. I told her the other day, I was like, girl, I don't know, you getting us together. Because she even with me, she was like, okay, Shay, what's this? I was like, okay, girl, hold on, let me. I was like, she had me checking my schedule.
She do it to me all the time, you know. And don't think, wait a minute, Shay. Don't think she had been sending me messages saying, "Are you talking to Shay? Is Shay there?" Don't think she hasn't been sending me messages checking on us.
Look, she probably sent me some too. I'm gonna send her my schedule for that week, right, girl?
Yes.
She is awesome.
Okay, yes.
We have a couple of segments that we do in the Brown Book series, the interviews. Okay. One of the segments is called Name That Book, where we take either a character, a segment, or something from one of your books, and you have to it's one of your books, and you have to name that book.
Okay.
And girl,
I can do that. Go ahead.
Look at you. She the boss. That's what bosses do. All right, boss man. Let me put my glasses on because I can't see.
Wait a minute. Let me put my glasses on. I want you to feel out there by yourself. Hold on. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
You're my honorary sister. That's what I'm talking about. Don't leave me out here by myself.
No, I ain't gonna put you out there by yourself. You gonna put on your glasses. I'm putting mine on too. There you go, babe.
I love you. You like I should have. Okay. So, all right. Name that book. The character is Diamond Lasseter.
Diamond is in Teach Me.
That's the book. Yes.
Diamond is in girl. The Teach Me book. Let me tell you, Teach Me book is the one that really put me on the map. Because with Teach Me, we had this. On the front of the book is red. The lady has on red heels. Actually, it's my niece laying down on the floor with some red heels with her legs crossed. And we snapped that picture and turned it around. Boom. Anyway, so we started a shoe challenge on Facebook.
Yes.
It took over Facebook. I mean, for days and days and days, we was having these shoe contests. We even had men up in there trying to compete with the shoes.
I saw that. I was like, what in the world? I mean, and that was a long back though. And we still remember it. Yes. Still remember that. Okay, look at you. All right. Name that book. You don't want to get that close. She's the devil's spawn. James replied with a curt smile.
Oh, they talk about Cynthia. Or Carolyn. Which one? They either talking about Cynthia or they talk about Carolyn.
Look into my heart.
This is James is probably Cynthia.
Listen, yep. Look into my heart is the book.
Yep. Look into my heart. Mm-hmm.
Look at you. Okay.
I know my characters, and I know who gonna say what about who.
Now
because they stay up in my mind.
This long though, you sound like you wrote these yesterday, girl.
No, don't make no sense. That's why I'm crazy. I keep trying to tell people they don't understand. People up there.
Listen, that's how I am up here too. I need to just sit down and talk to somebody and they can write this stuff down. I'll probably have me a couple of hits up in here. Okay, this fine man right here though. Attorney General J.D.
Harrison. That is once you touch the heart, that is the heart of him. That is look into my heart. That is a heart divided. That is the lost heart. That is the heart. That is who am I missing? The heart always wins. There's a piece of her heart. And I am writing right now the last book in the Heart series, which is Hearts United, the Re-Election.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to get to that. Hold on, wait a minute. All right, last one. Name that book.
Okay.
I trust my agent. The woman was rendered unconscious during the mission, therefore unable to confirm the information provided by Prince Jaja.
That would be Joshua 1.
Yes.
Joshua 1. Trust. Girl, trust and believe. Oh, girl. Okay.
What made you come up with the name, the Book of Joshua? I saw the Book of Matthew. So I was like, what is this?
Because, okay, that series is the Lasseter series.
Yeah.
And the Lasseter series consists of 12 children. It's 6 girls, which Joe, the father, referred to them, his gems, because they're all named after precious gems. You got sapphire, ruby, jade, obit. And then there's 6 boys, which are all named for gentlemen in the Bible.
Yeah.
And that's where the book of Joshua, that's where the book of Matthew, the book of Timothy, that's where that all comes from.
So you did it from the, okay, I get that. I was just like, that was so cool though.
That's where it came from.
I like that, the whole the gems and the gents. Sounds like this.
In the front of Teach Me, it explains, because Teach Me was the first Lasseter, official Lasseter book. The first one was really Look Into My Heart, Samuel's story. But in the front of Teach Me, I have a Dear Reader's letter. And in there, it explains the makeup of the Lasseter family and how it came to be the Gems and the Gents series.
I'm going to have to go back in there and look at that now. I'm going to have to just go back and just research everything, Iris. Okay, Iris.
Okay.
Question for you before we, you know what? Let's talk about your latest book first, and then we're going to talk about your next book. Then I got a question about these movies, because you know, you're just a movie star, movie producer, movie extraordinaire. You just making movies out here.
Girl, listen, the one thing you're not going to do is find me in front of a camera. I don't even want to be in front of these cameras, because this face don't need to be on nobody's screen.
Girl, that face is beat, honey. What?
Oh, Lord, y'all know. But, however, let's talk about the last book, which was A Piece of Your Heart.
A Piece of Your Heart. Mm-hmm.
That is Monique's story.
So that's not the last. It's book 8. That's not that's you have one more after this, right?
Yes. Well, actually, you have a little sneaker that's coming out tomorrow. It's kind of like an in between, to just give my readers something, because here's the truth. Let me tell you the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is how it came about. I was going back to do the research to write Hearts United, the re-election. Right. And when I was going back to do the research, you want to make sure you pick up everybody's name, who's related to who, because it's the last book. So everybody is going to have to come into this particular story. I found this story that I wrote back in 2008 I wrote it the same time I wrote that 800 pages. Girl, it really pissed me off. But anyway, I wrote it the same time I wrote those 800 pages. At least I started it then. And I said, I never told Alexis' story. And so I said, okay, I got to do something with this, because I'm wrapping up the Heart series. So I stopped and I decided I'm going to do this short story on Alexis, so that people can get a look into JD and Ashley when they were younger, a little younger, and Martha, and hear a little bit more about Martha and James, which is JD and Ashley parents. Okay. A little bit more about them. And so I decided to go ahead and finish that story out before I did the re-election, and I finished it out, and surprise, surprise, it's coming out tomorrow on my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! Yay!
It's coming out tomorrow.
Okay then. Look at this. Oh, I got a little sneak peek.
You did.
I absolutely love it. So, okay, that's coming out tomorrow. But okay, now Miss Monique Day. Now, first of all, is this a niece on this cover? Who is this?
No, that one is not.
Okay. I was like, girl, she look like one.
That one is, her name is Angela Kavanaugh, and that cover was done by Taria Reed. She is so talented. Wow. She does these different things with these covers, and actually I was going to tell you something I'm not supposed to tell you, but she does some wonderful things with covers. And she did that Monique cover, but no, that one is not a niece. Okay.
Now, can you tell us a little bit? First of all, I love books with with politicians and CIA agents and stuff like that. I just like that for some strange reason. Can you tell us a little bit about Monique without spoiling, but just a little?
Monique is the niece of President J.D. Harrison. And Monique, JD is probably about one of three people that Monique really respects, really listens to, is really there for. She's down for him no matter what.
Right.
And Monique, when she was growing up, was a little hellraiser.
She seemed like it.
She was a little hellraiser from the minute she came into the stories, and but she turned out to be such a fascinating woman. And she is a CIA operative, and she can handle her business. She can handle it in the bedroom, and she can handle it out there on the battlefield. Take care of it. Either place that you want to find, you end up with her. She's gonna take care of it wherever it is. It doesn't matter. But Monique is very, very unique, and she comes into a situation where her father asked her to save her sister, a sister who has not acknowledged them, has not been a part of their lives. And Monique feels some kind of way about being asked to do this, but
I felt some kind of way that y'all asked her to do that too. I just want to know.
Yes, she felt some kind of way about that, but her father asked her to do it, and this is what she do. And just like he said, you do this for people, for strangers you don't even know. Right. This is family, so you're gonna do this for family. And she did, and it turns out that this situation led to something else, and led to something else, and led to something else that affected presidency. And it puts her in some dangerous places, but she also meet this man. Oh Lord, that Grayson Davenport.
Look, girl,
listen, if I can't do nothing else, I can pick out men and I can write about men.
Let me tell you something. I said that. I said, now that Iris, honey, she can describe a man. Now that's a gift from God right there, girl.
Girl, I'm telling you it is. It is.
You describing these men, and I'd be like, oh my God. So, okay. So everybody, you gotta go get a piece of your heart. You gotta get the whole heart series anyway, so you'll be able to, go from the beginning.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. The great thing about the heart series is you can read them individually, but it is such a rich experience when you can do them all, from the beginning all the way through, because you watch people grow, you watch the characters grow, and you watch them develop, and they become a part of your heart. They become a part of your heart. They do.
Definitely. Now, movies. How did you get into, the whole thing of I'm just gonna make some movies?
No, it did not come about like that. And let me be just as honest with you as I've been about the other stuff, girl, because I don't know no other way to be.
I love it.
With the movies, the way that they came about, I really only got into doing a movie. My first movie was on Once You Touch the Heart. I took the book and I wrote a script. I had learned how to do that, by the way. A young lady came in, her name was Sierra Jules, and she did episodes 1 and 2. And by the time she had wrote the script for 1 and 2, I had kind of picked up on things, and I started writing the scripts for the rest of them in that series. And what I did was I was trying to show us as a people how we always waiting for Hollywood to call us and say, hey, we think your story is fabulous. We want to do something with your story, and we're gonna pay you this to do it. Right. Well, they don't come to us a whole lot. Right. We will see our fairer skinned people usually get those opportunities more so than what we do. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, okay, we can do this for ourselves. It's got to be a way that we can do it for ourselves. Spike Lee did do the right thing, Right. So I figured if he could do that, we can come together as people and we can learn how to do it and we can do it. So I reached out to Nikia Smithers and I. She was another writer. We went to California for a book event. And while I was there, 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning, how you do,
Yeah.
And we sit back and we start talking. And we was talking, I said, once you touch the heart, it's too big of a book to make into 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So she said, well, maybe, yes, maybe we need to break it down. And I said, well, we could break it down into 1 hour episodes and make it like a mini series.
Mm-hmm.
She said, okay, girl, that was on a Saturday. We flew back on Sunday. Monday, that chick called me and said, hey, I was talking to so-and-so and so on CW, and we got a meeting with him on Wednesday. I said, for what? So we can figure out how to make the movie and get it on CW. I said, okay, let's ride. That's how it came about. But my whole purpose behind doing it was to show us that we can do it for ourselves. If you believe enough in your product,
mm-hmm.
you need to be able to, you need to invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You need to invest in your product. And so I said, okay, I took the proceeds that I made from the books, and we hired a director, and we hired crew, and we did auditions with cast, and we did that first movie. 6 hour, 1 hour episodes, and it aired on CW. I think that was 2014. It aired on CW for 6 hours every Saturday morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, girl.
Early in the morning, I remember.
They were getting up and said, "Hey, it's on. This was happening." Oh no, JD didn't do that. But anyway, now I will be the first one to tell you that was our first shot at trying something like that, and we did okay. But I'm the type of person, okay, we did that. We're going to do another season just to improve on the things that we know we did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We studied it. We said, okay, this is what we need to improve on. And then we've invested a little bit more money. And I said, okay, we're going to do season 2. So we took the second book, and we went in and we did season 2, and we improved on the lighting. I learned a little bit more about the technical end of things.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a little bit more about editing and putting the films together and things of that nature, and soundtracks. And we did season 2, and season 2 was really good.
Yeah.
And it was season 2 where Beverly, I had showed it at a book event, and Beverly was there, and Beverly up on talking in front of people. I'm sitting in the audience where I'm supposed to be. And she talking about, well, the reason why it didn't happen with such and such and such is because Iris Bolling's supposed to make that movie. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what she said? She said, Iris Bolling's supposed to make that movie. And so a day or two later, I called her and I said, I know you was probably just talking. And I said, but we could do. She said, no, I wasn't talking. She said, no, we need to do this thing, and we started talking about it, and we went in and we did it. And that's how Deadly Sexy came. Yeah, Deadly Sexy. She said, what book you want to do? I said, Deadly Sexy. I love that. Look, I love me some Reese Anthony, girl.
A girl. I'm talking about in the book and on the screen. I said, how you find man? Like, what the hell?
Girl, and then Travis. Travis Cure. Most of you probably know him now because he's on the Oval with the Tyler Perry series, the Oval. But Travis came in, and let me tell you, we had someone else slated to be in the role, and he pulled out. He said he had another project, whatever. I don't know what the reason was, but girl, listen, he did us okay. We're okay with it because Travis came in a week before we were due to start filming, and we sent him the script. He did a quick audition and sent it back to us, and he was just perfect. He was just perfect for the role, and he was such a gentleman with. Yes, girl, I told you I picked men. Anyway.
Yeah, girl. I was like, I thought, where were we? We was on a book convention. I think it was last year or year before last. And that's when they played Deadly Sexy. And then I was like, then I already heard about Miss Iris because from the Heart series. And I was like, and I was thinking about this project here that I wanted to do. Because I feel what you're saying, because I was like, I hear the authors, and when you talk to them, it's all about their books, and I get it. I'm like, but I don't know nothing about none of them. I don't know, I didn't see a platform where people that I like reading were being highlighted or being, put on the stage or not. I'm like, I don't see that.
Right.
So
I think one of the things that we do as authors, and it's for some people, it's ingrained in them that you can do this one thing. But see, I think that entertaining people is more than just one thing. So I have a radio talk show. I have the TV series. I have the movies that's out there. My heart is always my books, because I just like creating people, and stuff. I like killing people, but I like creating them to kill.
Man, you will kill a person now, and that's you
So
will.
that's a heartbeat with whatever I have in my hand. If I got a frying pan, I'm finding a way to kill you with that. But I think you can entertain people on different levels. Now that's not for everyone.
Right.
That's just for me. But for some people, writing their books is that's what they do. That's what they do, and I write my books and I love them. But when we got to look at the business side of it, I believe that we as a people of color have been working for other people for generations and generations and generations.
Right.
And I think it's time that we work in a way where it suits us better, where we are the entrepreneurs. We are the ones that is getting the benefit of that hard work that we put out there all the time, and it's not going in somebody else's pocket. So if it's a way that I can do that with other authors or with other, when I hire cast, I hire people who are trying to get their foot in the door with acting, or trying to get their foot in the door with working with a screenplay, or trying to get their foot in the door. I like to help people get to that next level. And what we did with the Heart series is a number of people that worked with us on the Heart series and on Daily Sexer, they are now, like Tremaine, who played Bobby in Daily Sexer with his fine self. He is now in LA doing shows and movies in LA. Dee Dee Miller, who plays the grandmother to Bobby, she is now doing plays like talking about, and of course you got Travis.
Yes.
And then you have Aaron Wiggins, who played JD in the Heart series. He is in This Christmas, or no, what's the one with Monique?
It was Monique. Some holiday
some holiday, but he's in that and a number of other things. So it really makes me feel good when I see these people working with me as interns or working on their first show behind the camera as an actor, and I see them to go on to bigger and much better things. That is such a blessing to me. That's such a blessing to me, because I gave you that opportunity so that people could see your talent.
Yes.
And then you ran with it. I love it.
So I'm glad you did that, girl. Speaking of talents and making you feel good, there's another segment that we do here at the Brown Book series called Who'd You Rather?
Who did I what?
Who'd you rather?
Who'd I rather? Okay. Rather what?
Girl, I'm gonna take take a couple of heroes from your book. And you tell us who'd you rather and why.
Okay.
She said rather with.
Okay, she's gonna put her glasses back on, so I gotta join you again. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Who'd you rather?
Okay.
Wade Tyson or Brian Thompson?
Girl, that ain't even fair.
Hey, it is what it is. It wasn't fair how you parade all these fine men in front of us like that. Hey.
Let me tell you. Okay. I love me some Brian, but
okay.
Wade Tyson and the Tyson brothers have a new series that's coming out.
Wait a minute, let me write this down, girl.
And they gonna be doing some stuff, and I already
Oh.
know what they gonna be doing.
When they gonna be doing it?
So I might have to. I might have to, even though I love me some Brian. You know, that is a hard one.
Oh wait,
I'm not gonna tell you about Wade. Okay.
Hold on now. You can't be cheating because you already know what Wade gonna be doing.
Yes, I do. Don't be jealous.
I am.
You are just as crazy as I am. Okay, Wade or Brian? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with. Okay, I'm gonna go with Brian. With Brian. Here's why. Brian has been a butthole from book one, and he went all the way through being who he is. And one of my funniest books that I wrote is A Lost Heart. And Brian was just hilarious.
He is
in that book. And he was such a gentleman to Tracy when Tracy asked him to teach her how to, do something. And he was such a gentleman, the way that he handled that situation and everything. And so I'm gonna go with Brian.
Look at you over there blushing.
I'm gonna go with Brian. I love me some Brian, but girl, Wade and those Tyson boys are really getting ready to get into something.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Okay, we ain't finished.
Oh, okay.
Girl, we got two more, honey.
Okay.
Who'd you rather? I already know who you will pick on this one. I want to see because until you pick the same person I picked.
Okay.
Who'd you rather? Prince LeVar Ashrow or Grayson Davenport? You can tell who the men I love in your books are.
Yeah. Oh, Lord, child. Woo. You know what's great about that? Both of those are really deep brothers.
Yes.
Both of them are spiritually grounded in who they are and what their purpose on life is about.
But that ain't what we asking.
So do I want to be made love to, or do I want to get my freak on? That's what you're asking me.
Let me see. For me, it would be to get my freak on, but it could be. Okay. Which one would you want to be made love to, and which one you want to get your freak on with?
I want Prince LeVar to make love to me.
I figured that.
I want Grayson to get that freak on, girl, because Grayson's a freak.
That's what I see. Grayson, yes, they come and get this honey.
Yes.
All right, last one.
Okay.
This one should be easy.
Okay.
Who'd you rather, Jeffrey Harrison or James Brooks?
Well, that is not easy because I love me some James Brooks and I love me some J.D. Harrison. Girl, Lord, why are you making it difficult?
That's what we do.
Both of those men you can't go wrong with either one.
I know, but girl, you gotta pick one, boo-boo.
Oh. Okay. Let's make it quick and painless. I'm gonna go with James Brooks.
Okay.
You thought I was gonna pick JD, didn't you?
I did.
You thought I was gonna pick JD because people think I'm Tracy, but I'm not Tracy. I'm Ashley.
Yeah, you know what? I can see you being Ashley.
I'm Ashley.
I can see that.
I can act up with the best of them.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm Ashley too. Yeah. Okay, see, that wasn't that hard.
It was not.
No. Okay, we got a couple more segments though. Yeah.
Okay, what you got?
Okay. Dead or alive? If you were hosting a dinner party, it could only invite 5 people from any era. Who would it be?
Oh, wow. Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Michelle Obama.
Oh, yeah, definitely. She's on everybody's dinner party list.
Michelle Obama. Michelle,
Mhm.
Martin Luther King.
I thought you said Martin Lawrence. I'm like, oh.
I won't touch that fool. I mean, he's good at what he does, but no, he's not someone I want at my dinner table.
You know we full of it over here, Brown Book. You know what to say.
Okay, I would love to be able to talk with Martin and Malcolm together. I would love to be able to talk with them together. I would love to have Michelle or Barack, either one, but I'm thinking on the woman side of me would love to have a conversation with Michelle Obama.
Okay.
My other two people I would like to have there would be Denzel Washington.
Okay.
I would love to talk with Denzel Washington, and I think it would be an interesting conversation with Denzel and Malcolm and Martin and Michelle. As you can see, I'm into social change and things of that nature. That's my thing. But in order for me to get my freak on, just because I got that freaky side of me too, I may have to have me either Babyface or Eric Benet is gonna have to be there just for me to get. I like my music. So one of them will have to be there. It will probably Babyface.
Yeah, probably, babe. Well, now, because Eric is a freak now. You get your freak on both ways.
Me, I know. Listen, I know. I followed that man since before Hallie. I knew it was a freak before Hallie found out. I want you to notice something though. I picked all men, but except for Michelle. I picked men, which is strange, and I did not pick anyone in the literary field. And we're not, because if I'm gonna have an opportunity to sit down and actually hold conversations with people, I would like for it to be conversations that I can take away from it and go make some changes with the world.
Yeah.
So because this world needs some guidance.
So do.
They need some guidance. And right now, my mind is on what's happening with the world. Now, if you come back and you ask me this next year when the pandemic is over with and 46 minus 1 is no longer on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, I might give you a totally different vibe of who would be at that dinner table with me. I may give you totally
but I still think either Babyface, Eric Benet still gonna be at that dinner table with you though.
One of them gonna be there.
All right, Iris. This brings us to the end of our interview.
Oh man, it's been fun.
It's been fun. Before I ask this last question, I just want to say you are wonderful. I absolutely love you. I don't know why I was so nervous. Oh my God.
I don't know why you was nervous, but anyway, okay.
I feel that bullshit sometimes. I be tripping. And you're wonderful. Everybody, go get anything that has Iris Bolling's name on it.
Oh.
Anything. I don't care what it is. If you see the comics and it says Iris, you get it.
Can I say one thing before we go? Yes, I do have books. I do have movies, a radio show, things out there that you can go and you can be entertained. I do entertain you.
How you do, girl?
Yeah, so you can do that. But please remember that there are a wealth of African American authors out there that can can fulfill you in so many different ways. You have your Christian writers, you have your freak writers, which I call my exotic folks. Anyway, you have your freak writers, you have your love stories, you have your historicals, you have your mysteries and things of that nature. Go out there and support any of them. You're going to find something that you love out there. Believe me, you will.
See, that's why God's going to continue to bless you, because you're constantly bigging up other authors, like other people in this game. Like, you're wonderful. You're going to be winning forever.
Oh, thank you for that. I don't know if I've won yet, but okay.
No,
Let me know when I win.
Girl, I'm telling you, the streets be talking, and you win.
Oh,
and you win. And now I'm winning because I can talk to you.
Listen, you can come back. You can come back, hang out with me anytime.
Girl, and I am.
Anytime.
You be calling Miss Bell, like, if you don't come and get Shay.
Listen, Shay, you be careful in Atlanta. There's a lot of things going on there.
I'm just from the A. I had to get up out of there. I live in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're in the cold weather.
Yeah, I'm up. Yeah, I had to leave. I was like, I'm sorry, girl. Look, I was singing the old gospel song. This world is not my home. I had to tell Atlanta I had to go. I started to be a stranger.
Yeah, it's some stuff going on there. I thought you were still in Atlanta, so my bad. I take it back. No,
girl, I had to leave, honey. I tell people sometimes you have to leave your surroundings when you can't change the people around you. You have to change the people around,
because you can't control nobody and nothing but you. Can't control nothing else.
Exactly. So I had to go, honey, because they was messing with my livelihood.
Oh, Lord, God.
Okay. Last question of the interview. Okay. If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Believe. That's it. One word. It would be believe with a capital B and a capital L. Believe. You know, in that word believe is two words. It's called be live. Right? You put the letters together, whatever way you want to put it together. But you got to live every day, in life. You can't sit back and wonder what's going on, what went on in the past, what's going to happen in the future. You got to live every day for the life that you have going on right now. Right now. Because if you don't, you're wasting the gift that God gave you. And the gift that he gave you is he woke you up this morning. And that's the gift he gave you. So if you believe, and it's strange because you can't see it, but I have believe all around me on everything, because that's how I do things. I can go here. I didn't know nothing about making no damn movie, Shay. But I believed that I could do it. I didn't know anything about writing no book, but guess what? I believed that I could do it, and I did it. And I know that was all a gift from above that allowed me to do those things. So believe.
I love, girl, let me get off this interview with you before I start shouting. I want to thank you so much. Everybody, please go check out Miss Iris Bolling. You can go to her website. That is, what's your website?
www.irisbolling.net or com. Doesn't matter which one you use.
Because she got them both on lock.
Thank you so much, Iris. I really appreciate you.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. It's been a joy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you. It's for us. The fantasies. No one can judge us. No one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby.